A Moment in Time with Dan Roberts is produced at the University of Richmond with the cooperation of WCVE Public Radio. Our theme music is composed by BJ Liederman. Our sound engineer is Rob Richards. Transcripts, podcasts, audio, and video are available at amomentintime.com.
This is the Mental Health Minute with Dr. Ariel Leese.
One of the most important aspects of a child's mental health is feeling loved. Whether a hug, tussle of hair, or hearing "you're so special to me," it's recommended children receive at least 8 daily displays of affection to sense love and security. And there are times a day that have the greatest impact on this affection connection. Right after a child wakes up, right after they get home from school, and right before bed. These are important connecting points for meaningful eye contact and loving conversation to develop a child's strong emotional IQ.
For questions or more resources, text 258-1029.
The material discussed in this program is for information purposes only. It is not intended to be used as a recommendation for investing or as legal advice. Each person has his or her specific situation, circumstance, and objective, and should consult their own personal advisor or counsel. Thursday morning here on KSJE, and as we do every Thursday, we check in with Jason Calcote from Citizens Trust and Investment Corporation to talk about the economy. Jason, good morning.
Good morning.
What is going on this week?
Well, we got something big going on this weekend. We've got the G20 summit.
That's right.
In Osaka, Japan.
Okay.
So just a refresher, the G20 is really a group of governments and central bank governors from 19 individual companies, and then from the European Union as well.
Okay, right.
So they usually meet to discuss kind of big picture economic stuff that's not the responsibility of one country.
Okay.
So they kind of all get together.
We do this every year, basically, right? And so President Trump is on his way.
He is.
And so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. He's expected to meet with the Chinese president this weekend.
Okay.
I think they're looking at Saturday as the day that they're probably going to meet up, and there's hopes that this meeting is going to kind of revive some of these stalled trade talks that we've been having with China.
Right. And that's been kind of bothering the markets a little bit, I think.
It
right?
has.
Depending on what we hear, good or bad.
Yeah, no, that's right. The market is tied to this story. It has been for the past year. So there's really hopes that the negotiations are going to ramp back up between really the world's two biggest economies. But it could also cause a deeper rift. So, you know, if it goes sour this weekend, then that could really turn the financial markets in some turmoil.
Okay.
So
no one's really predicting which way it's going to go,
Not really,
right? Because
no.
I think with the players, it's hard to predict what they will do.
That's exactly right. We see a different spin on it every day.
Sure.
And it's moving the market.
Right.
So the hopes this time around, though, we had the relationship between us and Beijing really start to sour at the end of May.
That's right.
When we felt that China went back on some of the things that they were saying that they were going to do to move this forward. So we're really hoping to kind of ramp that up again, and hopefully we get a better outcome this time around.
I think I hear you saying, "Don't hold your breath."
Yeah,
is what I hear you saying. If I read between the lines, but anyway,
that's right.
But interesting. Well, at least they're going to sit down and talk, and maybe that's a good first step to get things back on track.
Definitely, in the setting, this is a setting where world leaders are kind of coming together and working together. So hopefully that has some effect on the negotiation talks.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. In the meantime, the markets are, I guess, positive at the moment, right?
They are right now. Looks like they opened up a little bit. They have been dragging the past week. We hit an all-time high for the S&P on last Thursday.
Okay.
And we're a little bit down from that, but nothing too crazy.
Still above where they were a year ago, as our
right.
chart shows for folks who are watching us this morning. But yeah, so there's the Dow Jones, and then the other ones all kind of mirror this one. Really, nothing really off too much with the S&P.
S&P down just a little bit. For the S&P, there's a little more in the mix there. We really had some drag on the healthcare sector in the past week. Technology has been propping up the NASDAQ and the Dow.
Okay.
But the S&P, we had a little bit of healthcare sector stuff kind of dragging that down. And then, really, the past week, the markets have just been struggling for direction in general. We're up and down. We're all around.
Right.
We've got so much going on right now. We've got the Fed looking to cut interest rates next month. That's already priced into the market right now. We've got this uncertainty with China. We've got the conflict in the Persian Gulf with the oil and Iran and putting more sanctions on them.
Right.
And then we kind of haven't talked about it in a while, but Brexit is still looming. Britain's exit from the EU is still it's still there.
And they're going to have a new prime minister.
They are.
So that also would add a different spin to things, perhaps,
That's
right?
right.
Because
just a little more uncertainty there.
Right. And so what are we now? Halloween, isn't it? October or something?
Yep, October.
And so, again, there's all these different scenarios of Brexit, and so who knows?
Who knows?
Still nothing really concrete planned to get out.
That's right. And then, on the home front, we've had some key economic indicators come out. One of them was the unemployment numbers.
Okay.
And they've increased to a 7-week high. So that's kind of a possible sign of some strain on the labor market, and something that the Fed will definitely look at when they meet in July to most likely cut interest rates.
Okay. And we're dancing around this R word again, aren't we? We're not there yet,
not
right?
Not there yet, no.
But people are concerned, are they not? Because of some of these things that you mentioned.
We are. We could call it, there's a lot of uncertainty out there, again, just to overuse that word.
Okay.
But also, everybody is kind of looking at this global slowdown as a possible sign towards the big R, right?
The R word.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's recession, in case anyone doesn't know. Jason won't say it, but I will. That's okay. I don't want to jinx us, but anyway, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. So, right now, but we've got oil's doing well, so that's good. Natural gas is still, we're down around 2.25 right now. So a little low from what we want to see, but one of the things that's actually been on a big run is gold.
We mentioned that last week.
Yeah. We've had over the past month now, we've had about a 7.5% increase in gold. We're up above $1,400 an ounce. So people seeking some certainty with gold. And kind of a
stability.
Shelter, stability, exactly.
All those things. Yep. Interesting. Okay. Well, I understand that the state economy is doing, or the budget rather, is doing so well because of the oil fields in southeast New Mexico, and there was some word this morning and maybe a tax rebate.
Ooh, I caught that a little bit on the news.
I don't know if that'll actually come to pass, but lots of money coming into New Mexico, which maybe could be good news.
That's great.
So, thanks, Jason.
Thanks for having me.
Happy 4th next week.
Yes.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
All right.
All right. That's Jason Calcote, everyone. He is here every Thursday to talk about the economy with me from Citizens Trust and Investment Corporation. And I'll be back with more in just a moment. This is KS. And here's a picture of the port of Los Angeles from earlier this morning, where current temperature is 72 degrees in California at the moment. As you can see, some of the ships at the port of Los Angeles are expecting a mostly to partly sunny day today, with a high of 76 degrees and an overnight low of 62 overnight. Here in San Juan County and the Four Corners area, our forecast looks like this. A mostly sunny morning and afternoon so far, with maybe a chance of rain developing late this afternoon. Some breezy conditions all day today, but a high of 92. In Farmington, 56 overnight. Partly sunny skies on Friday tomorrow with a high of 93. 90 on Saturday and Sunday with a chance of showers developing, and 89 for a high on Monday, again with a chance of showers, overnight lows in the lower 60s for the most part over the next several days. If you're looking for something to do today, tomorrow, later on next week, we invite you to check out the KSJE Regional Events Calendar that's on our website at ksje.com. It's available anytime, and you can check it out. As you can see, there are lots of events that are going on if you go to our website. Summer's Theater, of course, Sandstone Productions, All Shook Up. Right now, there's a Young Professionals Networking Coffee event happening at Durango Joe's East here in Farmington with the Farmington Young Professionals. Four Corners Photographic Society exhibit on display at the Farmington Museum at Gateway Park. Downtown Makers Market happening later on this evening in downtown Farmington. That's happening every Thursday from now, I think, until October. So we hope you'll check that out as well. And tomorrow, don't forget about TGIF, the live music outside at the Farmington Civic Center. There are lunch options. You can bring your own. Just some of the many, many events that you'll find on the KSJE Regional Events Calendar, offering events from New Mexico, Colorado, and all throughout the Four Corners region. So we hope you'll check it out and share it with your friends. I'm Scott Micklin. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, everybody. Have a great Thursday. I will see you here on the radio tomorrow morning, beginning at 8 o'clock. And my guest tomorrow from the Farmington Convention and Visitors Bureau, we're talking tourism with Tanya Stinson and Ingrid Gilbert. Hope you'll join us and watch us on our visual radio platforms, the KSJE Facebook page, or our KSJE channel on YouTube. This is KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico, 90.9 FM.